This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. This is Entertainment Hour. I hope everybody's having a good night. And I'm your host, Dragon Viper, with my co-host next to me, Chris P. Bacon. How are you doing today, Mr. Bacon?
I am doing good. Glad to be back here on Entertainment Hour. And I think the topics for the day are going to be a little fun. So hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to be fun. And to start off, like we do every week, go ahead and mention some of our programming that we have every week.
So, we're here for Entertainment Hour. Usually is on Fridays about 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central. And then tomorrow should be Oregon Cougars women football. You have Between the Ropes on Sunday evening. And you have the C2 Bro Code on Monday, C2C Rankum on Tuesday, Sports Center or Sports Minute on Wednesday, Kicking It on Thursday. Yeah, Callan Show on Thursday as well, Press Row. So those are pretty much our shows. And then we're adding one, I think the end of June, or somewhere at the end of June, about roller hockey. So that should be coming soon.
Oh wow, that's news to me. I didn't even hear about that, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Chris. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I mean, there's a few entertainment news topics I want to talk about. First one, I mean, Chris, have you ever seen the show Super Size Me documentary?
Yeah, and we had the weird thing is when I was in I want to say either middle school or high school. I think high school. I could be wrong about that. We had to watch it for health class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I like the movie. Uh, you know, it's basically somebody that is eating McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but good thing is he's being watched by a doctor, and it doesn't get too bad, but it shows how much McDonald's I shouldn't eat.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so and I watched it. I actually didn't watch it in school. I think it was on HBO or something. But I'm like, I want to check the show out. I thought it was kind of weird, especially because I don't know anybody who would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner McDonald's every day for 30 days because that's really not healthy. So, and me, I would kind of get bored of it after like a few days. So, I mean, even there was this one time where me and my brother went to Vegas with my dad, and we were staying at this hotel, and the top floor had McDonald's, and it was a casino hotel. And we went to the top floor and there was a bunch of things there, but we would always go to McDonald's, and we were doing it for a few days. And I kind of got bored of that because that's all pretty much what we ate. while we're there. But anyway, why I bring this up is the guy who would go around McDonald's, and I guess there were a few other shows that he did, but it wasn't as popular or seen as, you know, Super Size Me, which I blame him for why they took out super sized drinks, at least in Oregon. I don't know elsewhere, but
I
they
think
took
they
out.
did nationwide.
Okay, so it was nationwide. So I blame him for that. But anyway, he actually passed away today. He was 53 years old today, or well, not today, but 53. There wasn't an actual known death that I read about, but I'm assuming it was cancer because earlier this year he had chemo. He was going through chemo,
Mhm.
so I assume it could be cancer related, but it hasn't come out yet. So I wanted to let everybody know about that. And
Dang,
then,
that's like childhood hit you in the face a little bit.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I bet.
yeah.
And I watched. I was actually kind of grossed out towards the end there because with how much weight he gained just eating McDonald's food, that many times. So, anyway, and then another. All I ended up seeing was the fact that Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake, they're actually getting ready to leave the spotlight. They want to raise their kids like a normal family, and they don't want to, keep being famous on the road and whatever else. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what their plan is they're gonna leave Hollywood, leave the spotlight, and raise their family like normal. Chris, I did have a question to you about that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good idea for them to do that? And do you think more celebrities should do the same?
I think you're starting to see it. It seems like more and more. It kind of feels that way. Uh, you see, what was it? Prince Harry and Meghan
Yeah.
Markle. They've kind of, they left Britain to start their family here, and they kind of left that limelight of celebrity or being well known. And they're still celebrities, but just not out, in the picture, so to speak, and they're kind of playing it low key. I think you're starting to see that more with celebrities. And I mean, Justin Timberlake's done a lot in his career, music, movies. I think it's
Yeah.
time just to settle down and relax a little bit. I'm not saying he's done, but I think he just wants to, you know, take a break a few years.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree. I don't think they're really done. I think it's just they want to go and raise their family out of the light, out of the media, and just be a normal family. And then when their kids get old enough, then I could see them coming back, and so I think it's a good idea for them, and I seriously think it's a good idea for all celebrities, to take a break to raise their kids out of the media instead of trying to force them into it. So,
Yeah.
um, and then the third news article that I have is Sean Kingston. I don't know if you know who that is.
Name sounds familiar.
He's a singer that sang the song "Beautiful Girls" back in the mid 2000s, I believe, maybe late 2000s. But anyway, and I'll Take You There, I believe that's the name of the other song. But yeah, he's a singer, which I don't understand why he did this, but he was actually arrested yesterday
Oh wow.
for fraud and theft. What I read was he ended up getting a $150,000 entertainment system and didn't pay for it. He would go in, he'd throw I'm a recording artist. I'm a singer
Do
card.
you know who I am?
Yeah. Do you know who I am? You do? Okay. And then he'll throw that, and he'll be like, yeah, so I'll start making payments on this stuff. And he doesn't. In fact, a couple days ago, they went to his home and arrested his mom. And then trying to find him, and he was on tour, I think in California. And they caught up to him and they arrested him. He's been using that card for other purchase or for other things, where he would say, hey, I'm a recording artist interested in making purchases, but again, never completing the payments. And so even in December 2020, I think it was 2018 also, he was charged for grand theft for unpaid jewelry.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, yeah, you can't. I honestly don't think you should be able to use that celebrity card when it comes to like purchases and stuff like that to because it could go one of two ways, good or bad. Unfortunately for Kingston, it went bad. So
definitely did go bad, yeah.
Yeah, so but they're looking more into this situation, but yeah, he's been constantly, and it's not a few times from what I read, it's been constant. So he may be in a lot of trouble by the time all this is over.
Definitely.
I mean, do you feel he deserves to be punished like this, or because I do?
I do, if everything sounds accurate, but to him it may not be accurate. It just depends on what really happens. If it sounds like what I think, yeah, he should be charged with it.
Yeah. And we know sometimes the media can spin things too. So
yeah, that's true. I got some news.
Okay, go ahead.
So, from researching it, I believe his name is Charlie Collin, and he was a band member of Train. Sadly, he passed away.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I think he's the guitarist.
Yeah, I think I read he was the guitarist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad when anybody dies. It's sad when celebrities die. Sad all the way around. But I did end up seeing that. I'm not a very big Train fan. I think there's like one song I like from them, but yeah, I wasn't a very big fan of theirs. And we have a couple comments. We have Sarah Hudgen. She said "Me Too," and it was by it was about the Morgan Spurl.
No, it was about the Super Size Me.
Yeah, watching it.
Yeah.
And then, definitely in health class. Yeah, I remember that. And then Gene Carlson saying, "Hi, y'all. Hi, Mom." All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on from there. I'm going to, when I lead this, I like doing birthdays for the day. So
there you go.
So I end up writing down some birthdays for today. Rapper G-Eazy. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
Well, he's a rapper from 2013, somewhere between 2013 2015. He sings the songs "I Mean It" and "Me, Myself, and I." Yeah, I like him, but he turns 35 today.
Oh, wow.
Now, here's somebody you may know. because he's highly popular. Bob Dylan.
I've heard of him. Yes.
So
Yeah.
anyway, Bob Dylan turns 83 today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I thought he was older. Then we have, and you've probably heard of her, Patti LaBelle.
Yes.
From I think she sang in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
She turns 80 today.
Wow.
Then a country singer from the 80s and 90s, Johnny Cash's daughter, Roseanne Cash.
I was gonna say I know who Johnny Cash is.
Yeah, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter, Roseanne.
Huh.
She turned 69 today. Priscilla Presley, who was, Elvis Presley's wife.
Yes.
Yeah, it's her birthday today, and she turned 79 today. John C. Reilly. Good comedian, actor. He was from Step Brothers. If you've seen that movie.
Right.
He was one of the Step Brothers on that movie. And he played in a few others. I'm just spacing at this point, but Step Brothers is the first movie that came to mind with him. He turns 59 today. And then I know you know this guy. You've got, I don't know who in the world, in this country at least, does not know this person. Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is that who I think it is? But I'm like, I don't know.
But
yes,
yes,
I do know that. Yes.
I was gonna say, if you know of anybody, it would be Tommy Chong.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today. I can't even talk today.
Birthday.
His birthday today, and he turned 86 today.
Wow.
Yeah, he's getting up there in age, but I'm sure he's still a wild party animal at that age.
Yeah. Hey, I got a couple for you.
Okay.
One was kind of yesterday, and another one's tomorrow. But we won't be doing entertainment hour tomorrow. We didn't yesterday.
Right.
Yesterday was Bray Wyatt's birthday, and Saturday is Bo's birthday.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. It was Bray Wyatt's birthday. Yeah.
So.
And that's tomorrow?
Bo's tomorrow. Bray was yesterday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did see something on Facebook about being Bray yesterday and Bo tomorrow.
So,
yeah?
And there's a lot of stuff with those two kind of connecting, so.
Yeah.
That's why I thought we'd get it up.
Yeah, and there's someone else's birthday tomorrow, which I'm going to name here pretty quick. And I know my mom obviously is watching, so. But anyway, Will Sasso, I don't know if you know who that is.
Name kind of sounds familiar.
He was a comedian from Mad TV.
Oh, okay.
And he would mock like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret Hart and but anyway, he turns 49 today.
Dang.
And then George Kittle.
Football player.
Yep. 49ers.
Yeah.
His wife actually, it's her birthday today, and she turns 30. And yeah, I don't like George Kittle, but whatever. I know some people do.
Yeah,
and
there's a rough spot. Yeah.
A rough spot. Yeah, I know. For poor Dallas.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, and this is another guy I don't like, and I'm sure you know for a fact I don't like this guy. I'm not going to say it how I normally say it to my mom, but May 25th, tomorrow, Roman Reigns. It's his birthday tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think so. Roman's stupid. The bloodline's stupid. Anyway, but you already knew that on Between the Ropes. So
yeah.
But anyway, he turns 38 tomorrow.
Dang.
So
I'm sure they're going to mention. I'm sure they're going to mention that tomorrow.
They probably will.
Yeah.
Probably will. And he's I can't believe he's only a year younger. Well, almost 2 years younger than me. But yeah, and Gene Carlson commented and said, "I told you," because I was talking to her and told her that I was going to do birthdays, but I wasn't going to tell her who the birthday was, and she guessed it, and I wasn't going to tell her she was right. So
You didn't go, I'm going to acknowledge some birthdays today.
yeah, that's the only acknowledgement I'll ever do for him.
But
So,
I mean that kind of, you know, I'm going to acknowledge some birthdays. Acknowledge
yeah,
birthdays.
the only acknowledgement I'll do for Roman Reigns is to announce one time and one time only that his birthday is tomorrow. So
Well,
there
you
you all
can do
go.
next year and next year and next year.
No, I'll forget by that point.
Until you look it up.
I know, and then I'll just roll my eyes and go, and then move on. But yeah, and I hope that some, the guys from Between the Ropes is hearing this. So, and then
Okay.
Gene Carlson says, "Acknowledge me." No, mother, I'm not gonna acknowledge you or him. So, moving
Did you
on.
already did though? You already did.
No, I acknowledge his birthday. I don't acknowledge him as what he claims to be. So,
So
and then Sarah comments and says, "Acknowledge me too." LOL. Okay, enough about Roman. Moving on. Before everybody tells me acknowledge him, and yeah, we're not going there. Anyway, so topic change here. So Chris, what is your last TV show binge that you watched, and would you still watch it to this day?
one of my top comedies, I would say, recently would have to be Big Bang Theory. The regular comedy Big Bang Theory. I thought it was funny. I thought, you know, there were some funny jokes in there, and the cast and characters were good too. It spanned, I want to say 9, 10 seasons, maybe more. I can't remember. But you know, I think even today, because it started like in 2007, but I think today it still holds up, and that's probably one I would watch.
Yeah, I wasn't real big on the Big Bang Theory. Yeah, I wasn't real big on that show.
I think I know yours.
What?
Stranger Things.
You know, I was torn between Stranger Things and Roseanne because I'm actually in between the two right now.
Uh-oh.
I go and binge watch some Roseanne, then I go and binge watch Stranger Things. So yeah, I'm back and forth on that. But I just finished in the last episode of Roseanne a little bit ago. And yes, I would watch it today, obviously, because I did.
You ever continue it by going to the reboot, or no?
I'm going to try it. I don't like. I mean, this is an unpopular thing to say, especially with my mom, because she just can't stand Roseanne. But I think I'll probably see if they still have it available to watch. The first few episodes where she's in that show, in that spinoff. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same. I haven't seen it without her, so I don't know if it's going to be the same without her. I don't know if it's even going to be really that interesting with her not on there. So I'm going to try it, but and if I remember, I will go ahead and say something on our next show. But
There you go.
and then Sarah says, "I've never seen Stranger Things." Well, Sarah, you're gonna have to watch it. And I know somebody who has Netflix that By the way, Chris, I just
Yeah.
realized I have Netflix again, or I still have Netflix.
Then
So it must be through my dad's account, but he lives in Arizona.
you're all set
And,
for next year.
huh?
Then you're all set for next year.
I am for
For
Raw.
NFL and
NFL and Raw. So yeah, I have Netflix. I'm happy, but yeah, Sarah, you're gonna have to start watching it on on Netflix. And I know someone who has Netflix that you can watch it. So, but anyway, my mom says neither have I seen Stranger Things. Well, Mom, when you go to my brother's, you can watch it there. I think he has Netflix. If not, well then I don't know what to tell you. And Sarah says it's not. In my opinion, Roseanne was the show. Yeah,
with any show like that, whether it's Roseanne or whatever it is, when they kill off the main character or just remove the character in general from the show, and they try to continue it, it just never is the same.
yeah. It just it would be weird. Like I said, I'm gonna try it, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch much of it because of the fact that she's not on there.
Right.
Christy says, I've only seen the Master of Puppets scene in Stranger Things. That scene, season 4, last episode, that scene right there is probably the most watched scene ever, as well as the most watched scene that I've watched. And Christy, I don't know if you know this, but Metallica actually gave props to that scene, and Metallica was excited to see it. And I don't know. I mean, they gave high accolades and was really happy that they did very well with it. So, yeah, even Metallica was excited to see that and was happy when it was done. But yeah,
They are.
yeah, Chris, if you hadn't seen it, one of these days
Right.
go on YouTube, Master of
Mhm.
Puppets, Stranger Things, and watch it. You don't
Uh-huh.
even have to watch the whole episode, just that scene. It's awesome. So, anyway, yeah, so I can't wait for season 5 to come out. It's going to be weird with the kids a whole lot older, but should be interesting. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and move on. Now, Chris, would you rather go to a movie theater to watch a movie or go to like a stage theater and watch a play?
Okay, I was like stage theater. Nice say that. I'd rather
Huh?
go to a movie. I'd rather go to a movie theater.
A movie
Uh,
theater?
yeah, I've been to a couple plays when I was a kid. I wasn't big on it, but I feel like with the movie theater, it'd be more fun. Yeah, you have the intermissions with the stage theater, but I don't know. I'll be more entertained if it was like a movie or whatever they're showing.
Yeah. Well, and I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying movie theater because I've been to plays at a stage theater, uh where I live, they actually have stage theaters every year. I've been to maybe 2 of them and I don't really care for them, only because I feel bored when I'm there. I mean, you're right, they have intermissions, but I feel a little bored going to something like that. With movies, it's start to finish. You're not having to take a break,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem. And I think the stage theater just seems so slow.
Mhm.
I know some movies are like that too, but it's not as bad.
Right.
Um, Sarah commented and said, I'd love to go to a stage theater because I've been to the movies multiple times, but I've never seen a play in person.
But
Well,
also too with theaters nowadays, I think I heard one report that it costs, with popcorn and everything, ticket $59 to
yeah.
be in theater.
I mean, between at a movie theater, between popcorn and soda and the ticket, and if you wanted anything else, you're looking at over $100 alone
Yeah.
for one person.
Or it's like now people are streaming. It's easier.
Yep,
You don't have
cheaper.
to cheaper. You don't have to wait for restrooms. Food, refreshments, whatever.
Yeah, and Sarah says it cost a family of four over $100.
Yeah.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. It's insane. That's the only bad thing about going to a movie theater is the price. Talk about a price gouge.
Yeah, and even with discounts, probably
Yep.
it's still expensive.
Yeah. So, but I, even with all the pricing, I still would actually go to a theater, movie theater.
Yeah.
And Sarah says, sneak in Dollar Tree candy. Shh. Not supposed to say that out loud.
I don't think no one's watching like that. But
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
I think we've
still,
all done that. I think we've all done that once.
I plead the fifth. Never mind. I'm not going further. But point is I plead the fifth. I am not saying what. Anyway,
I didn't say either way. I'm just saying. I'm sure everybody has done it once in their life.
no, I'm sure. I mean, I remember wearing Jinko pants that had large pockets, and so yeah, I was able to go in without even being noticed that there were things in my pocket. So it was pretty nice. I want more Jinkos pants so I could do that again. It'd be cheaper. Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, yeah. That's my thing is play at a stage theater. It would put me to sleep. It's boring. The seats are terrible. Yeah. So
and then you're like, what's this story about?
yeah,
Especially if it's something you don't know.
yeah. I mean, and then of course, on the stage, some people talk loud, some people talk soft, and you're trying to get here, and then you lose the plot point altogether. So yeah, I choose movie theaters. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and move on to this question. Between the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and today's music and movies, which decade has had better music and movies, in your opinion?
I may have to go to probably 90s and 2000s. I don't know. I feel like it was a lot better. You had a lot better movie choices. Everything was new. Basically, we're not repurposing other stuff, and
Right.
I know music is kind of difficult to do, but I'm gonna have to go with the 80s or 90s and 2000s.
90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a couple good decades there. Sarah says 80s hands down. You pick two, I'm gonna pick two. I would say 80s and 90s. Especially, I mean, and it's for both movies and music because they did amazing in those 2 decades. And I mean, 2000s are okay, but they're starting to suck. Once you hit 2010s and today, I don't even really listen to anything from, you know, these last 2 decades because they're terrible. I mean, I gripe and complain when I bring her up, but I'm going to anyways. Look at Taylor Swift. I mean, her music just gets worse and worse and worse as time goes on. So anyway, enough about Taylor. But yeah, and Taylor wasn't even in the 80s and 90s, so that made it even better.
No, but I'm sure. I want to say she's part of the 2000s, maybe.
Yeah, she is. 2007 to be exact.
Ooh, almost making the cut.
Because I mean, in 2007 till she went and switched to her pop genre. I think that was 2012 or 13. Her country part was amazing. I loved it, and I've said this multiple times. But when she went to pop, it just got bad, and then worse and terrible. And I don't think it could get worse, but she might challenge me on that, and it becomes worse. And then Sarah says, "Okay, closet Swifty." Yeah, I'm sorry. She sucks. And then Sarah says, "I agree. I love her beginning." Yeah, that's when it was good. But like I said, what's worse than suck? Terrible, abysmal. That's pretty much what her stuff was. But anyway, yeah, no Taylor Swift in the 80s and 90s. It's amazing. Okay, yeah, Sarah commented and said catastrophic. That too. Thanks for agreeing with me. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with 80s and 90s as well. All right, so now James. Wow, I'm blanking. I'm tired. I've been up over 24 hours, so yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, decide not to take a nap. I'm good though. Anyway, so James usually does, because we're moving on to the top 10 lists, and James usually does, an actor or actress, and does, the decades. Well, he did 80s and 90s. We're doing 2000s tonight. So,
Okay.
Anyway, so to start off our top 10 list, favorite Adam Sandler movies. Now, I know we've discussed Adam Sandler movies, but the list changes. The likes changes every time we do this. At least mine does. So we're gonna do this again and see where it ends up now.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Chris, and say what your Adam Sandler movies are.
I'm going to give you 9 because I don't think number 10, maybe I'll put an honorable mention, but I don't know if the 10th one would be, I don't know, part of his movie collection.
Right.
Number 10, and you can put his honorable mention, is Click.
His Click?
Yeah.
I like that movie.
9 would be Grown Ups. 8 would be Uncut Gems. I think that's one of his newer movies.
All right.
7, The Waterboy from 1998.
Waterboy.
6 would be 50 First Dates. 5 would be Punch Drunk Love. 4 would be Big Daddy. 3 would be The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
2 would be Billy Madison. And 1, and I'm sure it's going to be your number 1 too, Happy Gilmore.
It's funny. That is not my number one this time.
Oh,
Yeah, usually I do, either Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, because those are two of my absolute favorites from Adam Sandler. But I actually did not do that. But yeah, that's a good list. Sarah said Waterboy, Billy Madison, and Little Nicky. Yeah, I'm not real big on Little Nicky. But the other two, yes, absolutely. Now I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'll just do it this way. This is gonna be my 10 through 1. 10 is Grown Ups.
forgot about
9,
that one.
huh?
That one was good. Yeah.
9 is Click. 8 is The Longest Yard. But of course, it had wrestlers in it too. So of course, that entire movie was awesome.
Wrestlers and football players. Yeah.
Yep, football players, other actors. Yeah, amazing. So 7 is 51st Dates. 6 is Anger Management. Because, who doesn't like, those two going at Adam Sandler and
Mhm.
I'm spacing his name. Anyway, everybody's
Spade?
playing. Huh?
David Spade.
No. Anger Management.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm
see,
drawing a blank too.
I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, so that's my 6th one. My 5th one is 8 Crazy Nights. Love that movie. Even though it's a cartoon, but I still love it. And it's Christmas. It's a Christmas movie, but I still love it. Let's see. So that was number 5. Number 4, Mr. Deeds. Yeah, I love Mr. Deeds. Number 3 is The Waterboy.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Happy Gilmore. So see, I made it number 2.
You did.
And number 1 is Billy Madison. And of course, with the Anger Management, it was Jack Nicholson. So yeah, Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson, they did really well together in that movie. So I love it. And then of course, when I do a top 10 list, I have to have honorable mentions.
Mhm.
Honorable mention is Grown Ups 2. I like that one also because Stone Cold Steve Austin's in it.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, have you seen it?
I've seen, I want to say half of the movie. I don't remember what I saw,
Oh.
though. I may have to go and rewatch it.
Yeah, absolutely. But Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of the guys in it. I think he was one of the bullies that came back when everybody else reunited, and he came back and he was a bully to everybody in school, and
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
so and then The Wedding Singer, and then I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. It's with the guy that anyway, yeah, it's where they act like the two guys are getting married. Have you ever
Oh,
seen it?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they act like they're getting married, but in reality they weren't really, and they just wanted money. I think it was money or something like that. And so that was my other honorable mention.
That's not bad.
Huh?
Not bad. That's not a bad list.
No, not at all. And Adam Sandler is amazing. So, unfortunately, Punch Drunk Love really he missed it with that one, in my opinion. He missed it. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. This list is favorite 2000 songs.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
This one
there
was
are
tricky.
yeah, there are many, many, many songs I like. But we can only have a short list, so go ahead and say yours.
So is it 5 or 10? I got you.
Well, he does 10 or less. So I mean, if you
Okay.
have less than 10, then that's fine.
So, we got "Love Yourself" by Eminem. This is no particular order. Uh, "Hey Ya" by The Outkast.
Yeah, good song.
"Rolling in the Deep" by Adele. "Umbrella" by Rihanna.
Good song.
And Shakira's "Hips Don't Lie."
That's a good song too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good list. And Sarah wrote and said insurance, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was insurance. I don't remember from I pronounce you Chuck and Larry, so I assume it was insurance money. But I'd have to watch it again to remember. All right, my favorite 2000 songs, just like you, not in any particular order, because I can't really rate these. Um, Drop It Like It's Hot from Snoop Dogg.
That's a good song too.
Complicated by Avril Lavigne. Maps by Yeah Yeah Yeahs. I like it. Empire State of Mind by Jay
Never heard that
Z
one.
and Alicia Keys. And the only reason why I even knew about that song was because of wrestling.
Oh,
Because
from WrestleMania?
yeah, one of the WrestleManias, they had that as their theme song. So that's the only way I know it, but I actually like it.
That was when they went to New York, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Madison Square Garden, but yeah, it was New York. And then I've got "Dead and Gone" by Justin Timberlake and Ti. Real good song. Um, "I Know You Want Me" by Pitbull. Um, I really like that one. And then of course, "Beautiful Girls" by The Criminal, Sean Kingston. So I like that one, but I'm not liking him right now for what he's done.
Yeah.
"Lose Yourself" by Eminem. Um, Actually, I think that may be my number one favorite from Eminem is "Lose Yourself." So, "Forever" by Chris Brown. "You Got It Bad" by Usher. And then my honorable mentions, the "Bartender" song by, Rehab. "Many Men" by 50 Cent. And I had to have a country song on here because, I'm mostly country. "People Are Crazy" by Billy Currington. So, I mean, that's pretty much my list. Sarah,
So is it?
huh?
Yeah. I was gonna go to this comment.
Oh, Sarah says, "Let's see y'all dance to." No, no, no. We don't need Dragon Viper dancing. Not even a little bit.
That could be a
Um,
that could be a so-called bet payoff. You
have it
know.
have it a TikTok challenge or something.
There you go.
um, and then she also said Chris Brown is a one. Yeah, he is.
He is. I agree.
He is, but doesn't mean I don't like that song. So, but anyway, that's our list of favorite songs from the 2000s. Now we're gonna go to favorite movies from the 2000s. So, and since it's
Okay.
just you and me, I'm gonna have you pretty much just start it off.
All right. Um, we're gonna go Lord of the Rings. The Return, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Gladiator. The Dark Knight. We're gonna go Social Network.
Okay, actually, I forgot about that movie. That was kind of a good movie, though. the bio about the starting of Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, and I have to laugh. There's a movie out there called Clerks 2, and I don't know if you've seen that. But they make fun when you mention Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King. It
Yeah.
reminds me of a thing on the movie Clerks 2, where they were talking about what movies were better, and one of the lines was, "Well, there's only one return, and it's the Return of the Jedi." So they were trying to make it Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings, and yeah,
Star Wars is better.
that whole scene was funny. So I laughed a little bit when you mentioned, Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King. No, it's the Return of the Jedi. So anyway, and then mine, no particular order. I have The Notebook. Yeah, I admit it.
No, you're good. You're good.
I know there's some people that would think it's funny that I like it, but I do. Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. Again, biopic about Johnny Cash. The Hills Have Eyes. Really like that.
I'd be freaked out if they really did.
I know. Well, it's funny because we live about, I want to say, about 30 miles from a little community town, and a few people, maybe more, consider that little community of a town a place where the hills have eyes, because it's out in the middle of nowhere, and you'd be lucky to have cell phone service and things like that. So yeah, so they always call it the place where the hills have eyes.
I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, nighttime it's kind of freaky, especially when all you can see are hills. And then Wedding Crashers. Napoleon Dynamite. I actually watched that the other night at work. I thought that was funny. I've seen that movie many times. I just can't stop watching it.
You want to see a liger?
Huh?
You want to see a liger?
Yeah, draw a liger or have a liger. I wouldn't mind having a liger, honestly. And then I have Coyote Ugly. School of Rock with Jack Black.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith and Matthew Lawrence. And I have to say, there's Bad Boys 1 and 3 as well. Mm-hmm. I like number 2 better. I mean,
they're coming out with another Bad Boys.
They are, and I so want to see it. So as soon as it comes out, that's one movie I definitely want to see.
Do you ever see Holes with, I think it's Zac Efron?
Holes? No, it's not Zac Efron. It's that one kid that has a funny name. And he played on Even Stevens. Even Stevens on the TV show. But yeah, I've seen it like once or twice.
Yeah.
But he has like a funny name, and I cannot for the life of me remember his name. But yeah, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Shia Shia LaBeouf. But I'm sure I'm wrong with that. So, and then, but yeah, Bad Boys 2, one of the best Bad Boys I've ever seen. Then, of course, I had to add Step Brothers. I mean, it's John's birthday today, so might as well just, throw that one in there.
There you go.
Then honorable mentions is The Marine with John Cena and Robert Patrick. Pearl Harbor with Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett. and A Walk to Remember with Mandy Moore and Shane West.
Didn't the Marine have the Miz also, or is that something else?
No, that was number 2. I know 1 had John Cena, 2 had Ted DiBiase Jr. or The Miz. 3 had Ted DiBiase Jr. and The Miz. They were on either one. I can't remember which one. And then I believe the 4th one was Randy Orton. So, but yeah, the 4 WWE wrestlers that's been on there is John Cena, The Miz, Ted DiBiase Jr., and Randy Orton. But yeah, so that's all my movies. We have a few more comments here. Sarah says The Notebook is one of her favorite movies. And then she says Powers, yeah, that's where I'm talking. So yeah, anyway. And then she says Coyote Ugly is great too. Yeah. I like John Goodman, so I mean, he's a great actor as it is.
So the Miz was part of the Marine 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Was he?
Yeah.
I knew of 1, but I didn't know he was part of the rest of those. And I know Maurice was too. Maurice was in one of them as well, I believe. But yeah, so I didn't really want to watch the other ones. I like the Marine one the best.
His first movie was The Campaign. He had a cameo.
Oh, well, I like The Chaperone with Triple H, so love that movie too. But all right, and then our last topic for the evening is our favorite athlete from any sport from any decade.
Ooh.
And
athlete.
huh?
Oh, I was just thinking.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a crack about Pat McAfee, and I was
No. He could be one, but no.
No. But anyway, go ahead and start with yours.
Just one?
No. I mean, up to 10 or less. Because it's part of the top 10, unless you only have one. But I mean,
we'll go Montana. We'll go Brady. We'll go Bart Starr and Brett Favre. I don't know. And you can go Gretzky in there too.
Oh, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I didn't have Wayne Gretzky, but I actually do like him. So, and I don't even watch hockey. So, but all right. And here's my list. I have Michael Jordan. I have, of course, we got to have Emmitt Smith. We've got, I have to have Dak Prescott.
There you go.
And then, Randy Orton, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then I have Shaq, because I thought he was really good. Kobe Bryant, Dale Earnhardt Sr. I thought he was better than his boy, honestly. Richard Petty, Magic Johnson, and the next two are honorable mentions, but I have to have the last two for Dallas Cowboys too. Deion Sanders and Troy Aikman.
There you go.
So I had to have them.
I was trying not to be biased, but there you go.
Exactly. Since we're both Dallas Cowboys here.
Right.
Or Cowboy fans.
Well, fans, I know what you meant.
Yeah. And then Sarah commented and said he is a really good actor. I believe that was about John Goodman. And then she's saying Roethlisberger. Anyway. And Troy Aikman was good. Yeah, he was. Well, why do you think they won Super Bowls? I mean, come on. Troy Aikman, man. And Emmitt Smith helped. And then Deion Sanders. But anyway. And she says Cowboys suck. Yeah, well, little does she understand that both of us are Cowboys fans. And she's being overrun because she's a 49ers fan. So and I think it's 49ers. But yeah, she's a 49ers fan. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, she probably likes Kittles. Anyway, so that's pretty much our show. We're at that time. Do you have anything to add, Chris, or any news or anything?
I don't. All the topics were great. It was a fun show. Thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
All right. And I'm going to say this. Chris, don't forget to watch that.
I won't.
The Masters of Puppets, and message me and let me know what you think, because I think it's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a show that done and done that well. So definitely watch that scene on YouTube. I'm gonna watch it after I get off here, actually. So and Sarah says now I need to look it up. Yep.
I'll definitely look it up. Yeah.
So anyway, and anybody watching that likes Metallica like I do, definitely watch it. So anyway, other than that, thank you for everybody for watching and leaving comments. Christy, Sarah, my mother, Jean, and I believe that was all. I hope everybody has a good night and have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.